Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race. Exposure to all things true, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I want to thank all of the subscribers, the new subscribers, the comments, and the likes. I want to thank everybody in the Patreon group. Let's keep growing. Let's keep moving. And let's keep a positive vibe going. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see on the screen, it takes two. Stellar and IBM. And you know what? I'm not even going to do too much talking. We're just going to dive in. Let's go.
It's unacceptable that there's 2 billion people in the world who don't have access to financial services. It's totally unacceptable. It turns out that with the traditional global payment infrastructure, it's actually more efficient to stuff $10,000 in a FedEx envelope and FedEx it. We should not be FedExing money. That's a terrible idea. But that's why it's so ridiculous that modern technology hasn't provided a way to optimize the movement of money around the world, right? When it becomes more efficient to FedEx cash, something is wrong. It would be awesome if every bank in the world had a correspondent bank account with every other bank in the world, but that's just not realistic. That's not feasible, at least not until now. If everybody is using a distributed ledger, a shared ledger, we now have the capacity to represent bank balances on each other in one system. And that's really where the efficiencies come, is you eliminate these hops, these intermediaries, because now every bank conceptually has a relationship with every other bank in the world. So we built a system that envisions that ultimate outcome. We call that system WorldWire. So WorldWire is a network of networks that is built on top of the Stellar protocol, which provides a blockchain protocol that is tailored and tuned for the transfer of value and for the store of value through the issuance of many different types of digital assets. We chose Stellar because it has thought about scalability. It's rethought the underlying mechanics, and some of them are quite complex. When we think of distributed computing and consensus algorithms, these are not trivial things. The other benefit of Stellar provides an amazingly simple way to issue digital assets, which is really paramount to the use and the vision behind the WorldWire system. Stellar provides a good bridge for us between this purely private network and this completely open Wild West network that we know as Bitcoin, where we can actually create a subnetwork, if you will, where we can enforce certain rules on the participants, but not give up the transparency.
Look at all these nodes. Anything IBM is doing is connected to Stellar, especially going forward in this new digital economy, in this fourth industrial revolution. Now, don't ever let anybody tell you that the IBM and Stellar is not real, that it doesn't mean anything, that they're only using them to learn about blockchain. Listen to Jesse Lund.
And the openness of having an open network. Global payments, at least in the markets where we're starting, which is small value, retail, remittance payments, this needs to be open. It needs to be transparent because there's thousands of players who could come to the network and add value. The experience of working with Stellar has been really good, and it has been very well received. I think there have been a number of iterations or experiments or technologies that have come about since the advent of Bitcoin, since the light bulb went off, and I think Stellar got it right at the right time.
Stellar got it right at the right time. Hence, it is why it is the 4.0 and why Jed forked it, the Ripple technology, in the first place to make it better and take it to the next level, which is why IBM decided to use it and adopt it as their own, which is why the title in the video says it takes two. It takes two to tango. It takes two to do a lot of things.
Imagine a world where everybody has money. What does that world look like? And a lot of people in the world don't have money, not because they don't have good ideas, but because they don't have access to the networks where the money is exchanged. And that's what we're trying to do, is break those barriers down. So when you combine all of what Stellar does and all of what IBM is trying to do with WorldWire, and you put those together, now all of a sudden you have a capability that has the potential to really change the world, have an impact on humanity. And I think that's really cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a cool thing. And just like Jesse Lund said, when you put IBM and Stellar together, you can make an impact on the world. Now, when you put bigger than race and the truth together, you can change a perspective of a community that was being led astray. Because the truth will set you free. Now, anybody saying that Stellar and XRP could merge, I don't really see that happening. I think IBM and Stellar got it all figured out. Stellar is the one. So I want to go on and further prove to you that this is real and that we're not pulling no hocus pocus. Now, I want to thank Darren Lewis for sending me this. I know Sparks, we did see this some time ago, which is why we know that they are using Stellar. And anybody using Stellar has to use the Stellar Lumen. Now, opening up, we see the blockchain in production for live and growing blockchain-based business networks. Now, this is from August 5th, 2019. That was just last year, right around the corner, okay? Now, this Spotlight report provides an update on our 4 live blockchain-based business networks, underpinned by IBM's blockchain offering, leveraging Hyperledger Fabric, IBM Food Trust, TradeLens, and WeTrade, and the Stellar Protocol WorldWire. So it says here, IBM has been working on a variety of blockchain-related use cases and projects with hundreds of clients since 2016. Blockchain is a multi-party collaborative effort, not only in its use, but also in its development. And we have seen some of these projects going live in the past year. This report gives us an update on 4 live blockchain-based businesses networks underpinned by IBM blockchain offering leveraging Hyperledger Fabric, IBM Food Trust, TradeLens, and WeTrade, and the Stellar Protocol WorldWire. They have grown and their respective platforms have evolved throughout 2018 and 2019 and are all generally available now, except for WorldWire, which is currently in limited availability but is planned to move to GA later this year. And that was 2019. We already know that they're already in high gear. Hence is why we see all the news that we're seeing now. These networks may be different in scope, but they also overlap or complement each other and are very similar when it comes to their goals to increase efficiency, transparency, and trust in enterprise processes and commerce. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the only way that you can increase trust is by using blockchain technology. Hence is why they are using the Stellar protocol. All of these things merge, they interoperate because Stellar was made to be that way so that it can make it feasible and easy for all of these other companies and organizations to merge. Now, the truth is always in the pudding. Well, the proof is in the pudding as well. Huh. I need to try some truth pudding. Somebody make me a batch of pudding and put some truth in it. We might need to feed that to some of these crazy people we come across in our daily lives. If you know a liar, you need to point them out. Now, here's a snapshot. This basically goes over everything that they have going on within these blockchains. You have the Business Network, IBM Food Trust, TradeLens, and WeTrade WorldWire. WorldWire is Stellar. Okay, so if you ever see IBM or you hear WorldWire, just know that that's Stellar. See, going forward, Stellar may not be a household name. It will be something that people in a certain environment know of, and it will be known as one of the top dogs within the space. But the masses of the world, they're just going to be going about their daily life, doing the same thing, but just in a different economy, a different setup, but same kind of easier adoption level for them to be able to grasp and really not even notice it, because that's the agenda. The agenda is to move you over without you noticing that you're being moved over. Because once you know the truth, then that's when you can cause an uproar and ruckus. And that's what they don't want. And that is why they keep you confused with all types of entertainment. Look at Kim Kardashian eat this barbecue chicken. All that craziness. They don't want you to know about this stuff. Not even on crypto YouTube. Now you see the whole breakdown, okay? Uh, Basically, I want to skip through this because you can come here and see this yourself. I will actually link this in the description so you guys can all view this. Darren Lewis, thank you once again. Now, I want to give him a shout out. Anybody looking to learn about Zenfin, his channel specifically is dedicated to Zenfin, and he does some fantastic work, and I found out about it through him. So go and check him out. Blockchain DLT protocol, Hyperledger Fabric, and Stellar, which is the hybrid blockchain network where transacting parties agree on a bridge currency. IBM operates/maintains the platform. Now, did you just hear that? So even when you see Hyperledger Fabric, know you are being directly connected to Stellar. And that's a fact. Because you heard Jesse just say it, and then I'm showing you here in the documentation. Now, I just wanted to point out the key things that I wanted to show you. You guys can come back to this and read all this for yourself. IBM Food Trust. Anything that they have going on with these 4 new companies within IBM, they are all meant to be working together, utilizing blockchain. So, food supply chain, all of it. Now, it says here, I want to go to right here. So it says WorldWire is a global clearing and settlement platform for financial institutions offered as a service. The development of WorldWire was first publicly announced in October 2017, with 13 banks conducting pilots, and it has soft launched, limited in March 2019. In essence, WorldWire functions as a network provider for international payments and uses digital assets, cryptocurrency, stablecoin, or central bank digital currency, an agreed upon store of value that is exchanged between parties to settle transactions with integrated instruction messages. Currently, WorldWire is available in 72 countries with 48 currencies and 44 banking endpoints. Now, let me read this again. This was in 2019. And currently, in 2019, WorldWire is available in 72 countries with 48 currencies and 44 banking endpoints where people can send and receive cash. That's bullish. Now, what's the benefits? International money transfers today require several intermediaries for clearing and settlement, with each of them adding cost and time to the process. WorldWire was created to help financial institutions remove pain points from cross-border payments, essentially by focusing on transfer speed and ease of creating digital assets. With WorldWire, interbank settlements are reportedly done in a matter of seconds and at a fraction of the cost of correspondent banking. Time and cost savings can also be gained by reducing the need for dispute resolution and reconciliation. According to IBM, financial institutions may be able to see about 20% operational savings in liquidity management and over 50% reduction in overall transaction costs. Now the features WorldWire is built on the open source Stellar protocol. Stellar is an open source decentralized protocol for cross-border transactions. Launched in 2014 and supported by the nonprofit Stellar Development Foundation. WorldWire has three key participants: payment service providers, any authorized entity acting as or on behalf of money senders, market makers, any entity authorized by regulators to handle money and or perform exchange functions, fiat from digital tokens, and liquidity providers, any entity that issues digital tokens. That's some bullish news. Financial institutions can connect to WorldWire through APIs that integrate with legacy systems and convert fiat money into digital tokens. Reportedly, WorldWire will be able to handle payments of any size to any destination and in any variety of asset types. At the moment, it supports Stellar Lumens and USD-based stablecoins, Stronghold Dollar. Six banks, including the Brazilian Banco Bradesco, South Korean Bank, Busan and Philippine Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, have already committed to issue their own stablecoin, fiat-backed on the worldwide network. The stablecoin is typically pegged to a fiat currency or a basket of fiat currencies, but may also be pegged to a basket of cryptocurrencies or a commodity. Ladies and gentlemen, the WorldWire is a hybrid blockchain network with properties of both permission and permissionless systems, where parties transaction with each other agree on a bridge currency, digital token, that is used for payments, clearing, and settlement. IBM operates and maintains the platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, even when you come to the BSN, because I'm going to pull this up for you real quick, and you see Hyperledger, you are looking at IBM and you are also looking at Stellar. So don't you ever get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen, because things hide in plain sight. I've already told you 6 degrees of separation. See, sometimes you can be new to my channel and catch something that I'm saying, but you may not understand the body of work that has led up to this moment. See, if you look at the body of work of this Bigger Than Race channel, you can see that all along we've been showing you all key information. The type of information that we do, we can't just put everything in one video because the video will be forever. We have to give it to you piece by piece. But just know we are telling you the truth. Look at this. This is connected to China. So anybody that saying that China is not really at the helm is misunderstood. Yes, the US still has a presence, but please understand that we have already made the transaction to deal with China for them to be in the position that they are today. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just led you to the water, but will you even drink? Now we're going to go and see the drones. Now, you know I'm the one who brought you DAV. I showed you how they were going to use the open source protocol, the DAV network, to start delivering and using drones and autonomous vehicles to use the network. And now here we have Michael Jordan's golf course. Drones are delivering beer. Let's take a look. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. We are a growing channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not in the Patreon group, I highly suggest you do join the Patreon group. Get some more knowledge. Get more confident about what you're doing in this space, because I know it can be overwhelming and intimidating. But my job is here to accelerate your learning curve when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So please, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like, subscribe, share the content. And I want you to know, you know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms.